Hey everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video, as you might imagine from the title, is about how to become a certified personal trainer and or a certified group exercise instructor. Sometimes they call it group fitness instructor. First thing to be aware of is that those are two different certifications. And I'm going to go into more details about the differences in those certifications, but you might want to just decide before we go into that, like which one is the one that you wanted. So if you want to do one-on-one training 1 to 3 or very small groups of people at a time, you want to be a personal trainer. So that is a CPT, certified personal trainer. That's a harder certification, usually a little bit more expensive and more studying, a little more work to become a CPT. The hourly rate varies a lot, like on how much you get paid to be a certified personal trainer. So we can go into that later in the video. If you wanted to teach a group of fitness or a group of exercisers at the same time, that's kind of a different skill. It's a little bit more of practice involved. And that one is an easier test, actually. That test is a little cheaper, a little bit easier, but you're going to need to memorize and practice a lot more in that skill set. You will not usually be working with one person at a time. You're usually working with large amounts of people. So first of all, decide which one was the one that you were hoping, or were you hoping to do both? And if you were hoping to do both, then you clicked on the right video.
Okay, so let's dive into personal training. First off, I wanted to clarify, be careful which certifying agency you give your money to, because some certifying agencies are kind of a scam. Like the online only ones, sometimes they're not accredited. The accreditation you want to look for is NCCA. So my personal trainer certification is NASM. It stands for the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Here was the textbook that I studied when I was doing my NASM personal training certification. However, about 13 years ago, I did do an ACSM personal training certification, which was a little bit harder, actually. That one was harder. I don't have the textbook for that one anymore because they come out with new textbooks like every 2 or 3 years because of the way the science just keeps getting updated. So make sure if you are buying a used textbook that you have bought the newest version that you can, so that you can have the latest information. One way to take that personal training exam is just to simply buy the book, buy the test, read the book, study the book, set up a scheduled proctored exam, and then go take the test and see if you pass. And if you do, you are certified for 2 years. You will need to continue your education to stay certified. So any certification agency that is NCCA accredited, which is what you need to look for, is going to have CEC requirements, continuing education requirements. So mine requires 20 hours of CECs per 2 years. So that's like 10 hours a year. It's not too bad. They do cost money. CECs cost money. They're not free. If you work for a gym, sometimes they provide them for free because they want you to stay certified if you're working for them. So some of the CECs I've been able to take over the years, I was able to get senior certified or senior fitness certified. I'm a senior fitness specialist. Love it. Another one I was able to do was my corrective exercise training. Now this one was really interesting. It was kind of like physical therapy, or like a little, almost like a pre-physical therapy. Loved that one. Here's another one. Sports nutrition specialist. So that one was really, really interesting. And then also, I mean, if you are looking at teaching a group, oftentimes Group X certifications are considered CECs for your personal trainer cert. So something to look at, like, oh, maybe I just want to train one-on-one for now, but later I want to work with groups. You can just get that one after and it'll count towards your CECs to your personal training certification. Now, if you just want to be a Group X instructor, you can do the same thing. You can buy the Group X manual, which Group X stands for group exercise, and then study for and schedule your proctored group exercise exam. There are some that require a practical, which is where you demonstrate stuff. I had that when I took my AFA, which is American Fitness Association of America or something like that. AFA. I had an AFA certification like 13 years ago where there was a written and a practical. But I currently hold ACE, which is American Council on Exercise. Did I put that down? Yes, I did. ACE, this is the one that I currently hold, and I did not have a practical for this one. It was just a written exam. However, when you're looking for jobs, you will have a practical. I have never, ever applied for a fitness position where there was not like an audition of some sort. So you're going to need to demonstrate that you have that skill set of teaching a group. Once again, that certification also expires after 2 years. So you'll need to do CECs or CEUs, sometimes they call them that, continuing education units, to stay certified. So be careful on that Group X one that you also try to get one that is NCCA accredited, so that way gyms will actually want to hire you. Another thing I forgot to mention is that you will need to be first aid and CPR AED certified for all of these certifications, because you are working with humans, doing exercise, and heart disease is the #1 killer in our country. So of course, heart attack or just any health issue could happen in your classes or with your clients. So you are required to maintain and keep up your CPR AED first aid certification. Actually, I'm wrong. The first aid one is probably not on everybody's, but I think mine does require first aid. But for sure CPR AED, that's going to be, you need that one.
So here are some of the NCCA accredited agencies that are certifying and granting certifications for fitness professionals currently. As you can see, the pricing varies. So you would need to check NASM and ACE for their pricing, but they give you ISSA, International Sports Science Association, $828 for that one. So the pricing really does vary. I think I remember when I got my personal training certification back in 2017, I think it was a $350 test.
So yeah, it's not cheap. The personal training one is usually more expensive than the group fitness one. I think my group fitness one was $200 or something. You can also buy them in packages where they have like online learning course, so there's like videos to watch and then quizzes to take. I feel like those prepare you better for those big tests. When you shell out a bunch of money, you do not want to fail the test. I think some of the packages even come with one retake, so where if you fail, you can still take it again without paying anymore. I was very fortunate. I actually was a student at Pima Community College way back when, and they had a fitness professional program that specifically prepared me to take personal training and fitness instructor tests, so that way we wouldn't really need to buy a package. We would just enroll at Pima, go through the whole program, graduate, take the test, and then start working. And that worked out really well for me because it also provided me internship opportunities where I was able to go into the real industry and shadow professionals and even help and get kind of like just get my feet in the door at some places where I could learn what people are doing and what's working, and really just kind of like the ins and outs of the business. So if you are not a student in a fitness professional program, that's okay. I recommend still trying to find yourself an internship. So maybe call up your local gym and see if you could come shadow the personal trainers. Tell them that you're interested in getting certified. Tell them that you're studying for the test and that you want to see what it's all about. A lot of times fitness professionals they want to teach anyway because they're there teaching fitness, so they'll be happy to teach you how they got there. So find a mentor. I really recommend.
Okay, so I looked up some average salaries for personal training and for group exercise, group fitness. It varies from state to state. Obviously, it varies with your resume and your experience level. So here are just some rough estimates. So in conclusion, do some research before you shell out money to get certified in the fitness industry. And then study. Make sure you study, pass those tests, get some in-person experience by interning and shadowing a real fitness instructor or personal trainer. And good luck at your interview. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, please hit like or leave a comment. And I would love it if you would subscribe for more content.